Not long ago, a friend of mine told me that in the 21st century here in the United States, the church can no longer wait for the congregation to come to it. The church must go where the congregation is. When the annual convention of the Diocese of North Carolina convenes here in the Benton Convention Center next week, we're going to do just that. I'm with the Reverend Sarah Hollar, who is the chair of the Swindell Speaker Committee, and we're going to show you how we're going to do that next week. We're outside the Benton Convention Center at the corner of Cherry and 5th Street, and we're out here because the convention is actually going to go where the congregation is. Instead of having our Eucharist in a warm, comfortable, beautiful, lovely church building, we're going to do what?
We are going to march with energy 4 blocks to Winston Square Park and feast and proclaim and pray and praise.
And celebrate the Eucharist there.
Absolutely.
Let's go see it. We've walked about 3 minutes and we're here at the intersection of Marshall and 4th, which is right around the corner from the park, where we're going to go now and see where we're going to have the Eucharist. But one other thing, you had to get permits from the city in order to have this procession.
Absolutely.
And I heard many of the shopkeepers had a reaction hearing that Episcopalians were coming.
They were excited. We had to let them know that the street would be closed during rush hour and business traffic on a Friday afternoon, and we weren't sure what their reaction would be. And they thought, that is so cool. Can we join in?
Having processed the roughly 5 minutes that it will take to get here, we're going to have the Holy Eucharist right here in the park.
We are. And we will enter in, and people will take their places around, and we will do what we do. We will have prayers of the people, we'll proclaim the gospel, it will be opened up, and then we'll feast on the body and blood of Christ, and we'll invite our neighbors in.
And your committee has actually worked all the details out, even to the point of actually timing this whole thing out.
We have, and one of our service projects for this convention are fleece blankets with the Diocese of North Carolina on them. Peace of the Lord be with you, and those will be used during the communion service and go to the farm workers ministry and to shelters around the area. So every element of a Eucharist that we celebrate Sunday by Sunday will be present here.
I saw an email from the Archdeacon to the deacons that said we're going to need 24 deacons to have communion distributed.
Absolutely. We're reading the gospel. They'll be reading the gospel in 2 languages and passing out the elements. It's a wonderful thing.
And we're going to be finished by 6:06.
Exactly so. Not 1 minute before or after. 6:06.
Sarah, there may be a couple of practical details that everybody needs to know about this. What would some of those things be?
Well, we don't know what the weather's going to be like on the 25th at 4:40, so we want people to come prepared. If it's cold, bring your mittens, bring your scarves, bring your hats. If it's drizzling, bring your slickers and your umbrellas. And you may be wondering, well, what am I to wear? And we want people to wear what brings them joy in their office. So lay folk, wear your street clothes or your church clothes. And deacons and priests, wear your favorite stole, wear it over your street clothes, wear your cassock out, wear your cassock and surplice, wear what brings you joy. And we also want to let people know this Eucharist is not just for the delegates of this convention. It's not just for the people in the businesses around. If you are a member of any church in the area, please come and bring your friends. We have space. It's open for all.
And in this small, symbolic, and yet significant way, we are going to try to live into the vision of the church in Galilee, a church that goes where its congregation is, not just waiting for the congregation to come to it.
Absolutely. We're going to go and meet the risen Christ in new places and in new ways and take that wonderful message to a world that's hungry for it and invite them to come in and participate with us in what we do, being authentic to ourselves and being authentic to the community we find ourselves.
Now, it's raining today, but we're here a week before the convention. We've got a contingency plan if the weather is not appropriate, but it's going to be appropriate because it's raining today, so it won't be raining or snowing next Friday, we hope.
We hope, and besides that, we, the people of the Diocese of North Carolina, are not fair weather followers.
Now that's a church for Galilee for the 21st century. Sarah, thank you. Thank you, Swindell Speaker Committee. And come join us next Friday. About what time?
4:40.
4:40 at the Benton Convention Center, and Episcopalians will process through downtown Winston-Salem. God bless you, and keep the faith.